What's up guys, it's Justin with another Cash video, and in this video, I'm going to be playing Cash Cash while telling you a story time. Okay, so, for one, the other day, my brother Jeffrey sent some of my videos. Me and him he was at my house. Okay, I'm going to turn this up so y'all can see me. So, he was at my house when we were playing basketball. And there's these three girls, Trinity, Nevaeh, and Peyton. And so they come down, and they're like trying to hang out, and they don't want to hang out because oh dang, hold on. Because apparently, because he doesn't know him, so man, where can I put this boy? One second, guys. Hold on. Okay, so this is what happened, okay? So, like I said, some bro... Wait, how am I to do something? Dang it. Okay, so like I said, some girls came over, and they stole my ball and ran in their house, okay? And I know them, so I didn't think nothing of it. I wasn't like, oh, they were stealing my ball. I thought they were just messing around and just, like, took off with the ball, okay? So, I don't really, like, care enough to run after him, and they lived down the street. So I stand there, and I thought they were just messing around, so I just stood there. Sorry, I'm putting them in the circle. And then they go in their house, so I go over there, and there's no parents home, and she lives right next to her aunt. And don't ask me why, but a lot of people in this neighborhood do not like me. And I mean, I know why some of them don't like me, because sometimes I am bad and stuff. But, you know, I'm a kid, and what do you expect? But anyway, so nobody's home, trying to get my ball back. Politely, standing there trying to get my ball back. And they're in the top window, and they're like, saying all this dumb stuff about the ball, and they're like, get off my property. So I step off her property onto the next property. And that guy doesn't like me, but I didn't realize that it was going to be such a big deal. And they're like, I got this one. Oh, no, they were trying to splash me with Mountain Dew. And they were throwing Mountain Dew cans at me and trying to splash me with water from the top window. And I found this thing, and I was going to splash them with it. And they're like, I'm recording this, and I didn't want to get in trouble. So I just dumped it out. And then they lied and said I peed on them. How do you pee on somebody when you're outside and they're inside on the top floor of their house? What sense does that make? And then they called their parents or whatever. They're like, I'm calling the police, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I just want my ball. And so then I'm like, call the police. And they're like saying they're going to call the police. I'm like, okay, I'll call the police, and because I'm not doing nothing wrong. And maybe they'll get my ball back, because that's all I want is my ball back. And then, so as soon as they said they're going to start recording, my brother Jeffrey started recording too. And then they came outside and was like, I'm going to sue you if you take a picture or record me. Angel, stop it. Sorry, my dog. And I'm like, how are you going to sue me for recording you when you're recording me? They're like, we're going to delete the video. I'm like, so the cops can't see it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm recording you recording me, so how's that going to turn out? And then, so they called the cops, and again, there was nobody home. So tell me why, whenever the neighbors came out, Alan and them, they don't like me. Don't ask me why. And we could get into the detail why I don't like him, but I'm not, because I don't think I'm allowed to say stuff like that on here. And he comes out, and his mom or whoever it is comes out yelling at me. I'm just standing there trying to get my ball back. I'm not cussing. I'm not nothing. I'm not being rude. I just want my ball back. And I'll post a video. Even if you guys don't believe me, I'll post a video of it from my brother's phone. And so, and I said she lives next to her aunt. So they come out. He calls the police. And then now they're starting to say they saw me pee in the neighbor's yard. But they were saying it was in their yard, and it wasn't pee. It was something in a bottle that I was going to splash him with, but I didn't want to get in trouble. So I poured it out. And they said they saw me pee all over, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even, I know where to use the bathroom. I live right down the street. If I had to go so bad, I could have just went to my house. So then, oh yeah, so then they call the police, and he comes out, and the mom's yelling in my face. She's like, well, every time I see your friend, I'm going to call you pee-pee boy, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, that's childish, and they're my friend for a reason, so my friends honestly won't care. They might laugh, but you're creepy, you're old lady, what? You couldn't think of anything better than pee-pee boy? And then, the police get there, and, okay, I keep on getting distracted. So, we called the police, he comes out, and they're yelling, and the lady walks up to me and is all in my face yelling at me and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, I just want my ball back. And then she's like, where do you live? And like, the girls told him, they was like, he lives right there. And I was like, don't tell him that, because that's confidential, that's my information, that's my personal, that's my business, not theirs. They don't need to know where I live. And then Ellen's like, I know where he lives. I'm like, okay, so she goes to my house, gets my sister, because my grandma is at work, and I live with my grandma. My sister comes down and is like, come on, we have to leave, and blah, blah, blah. So then the aunt and the mom pull up at the same time, and they're all sitting there, and they're all talking all this junk. And then Aunt walks over, is like, what do you think I should do, girls? And then the mom's like, beat his ass. I'm like, okay, I didn't say this, but I wanted to. I was just like standing there, because I knew she wasn't going to touch me. Because if she did, obviously she's going to jail, and, you know, I'm not big for my age, but I can fight. And, you know, so then I call my grandma. My grandma comes home from work, and she goes down there. She's like, "Can I just have the ball back?" And then they're like all this stuff, and then I start calling her all these names and all this junk. She goes to walk away, and then she's calling her like a stupid liar and bitch, and that she needs to discipline her kids, even though the lady doesn't discipline her kids anyways, and her kids act like they do because of them, and they do not get in trouble for anything. I mean anything. And so she's talking all this junk, and then it's like, who are you to talk about disciplining your kids? And please get here. Go to the aunt's house. The aunt has nothing to do with this, so I don't know why they went to her house. Then they went to her mom's house, and I understand it's her mom, so obviously. Then they go to Alan's house. Nobody had anything to do with it. It was her. The only thing you should have went is to her house. Then they go and come to our house finally, and then they're like, "Well, they said you went down there starting trouble." I'm like, "No, I just went the ball back." And then they're like, "Well, from what they said, they can press charges, but they're not gonna." And it's like, okay, because they really honestly can't, because I don't do the things that they say. And every time somebody does something, everybody blames it on me. Everybody in the neighborhood blames everything on me whenever something happens. So then that happens, right? So the police come down and they're like, "Well, they said they don't have the ball, and we can't just check their house, so yeah, they could keep the ball." And then they're like, "It's a basketball, just buy new one." It's like, okay, but it's my basketball and I shouldn't have to buy a new one. Like, really? Why would I be at their house to get a basketball if they didn't have my basketball? And then their aunts and moms all swore up and down that they didn't have the ball. And then whenever Jeffrey went to go home, I was bringing his stuff to the car because he got picked up at the corner. And I see him out there playing with my ball, and the aunt and the mom are sitting there watching him. And it's like, why? Do you need a ball that bad? And then, so forward like 2 days, Jeffrey comes over again. And we're hanging out, and it's like real late. We're just chilling watching YouTube. And then, no. Okay, restart. It's like dark out, and we were out front playing basketball and playing football and stuff. And then this boy Joe, I know this boy Joe because he knows my sister. And he comes down and he's talking to me, and then like, I didn't have a problem with him right then. And he knows my brother Jeffrey. And then like we start chilling, and then he goes up there. They start wrestling, right? And he puts his phone on the ground. And then he left his phone here, and like I didn't know that he did. I just picked it up and didn't know whose it was. I thought it was Jeffrey's. He comes back with his friends trying to jump Jeffrey, even though his friend is 17, 18, not supposed to be at my house, because I know him and he's always getting me in trouble. And I had turtles, okay? I have had 4 turtles in a pond, and I've had them for 3 years. They cannot get out of the pond by themselves. And we cleaned the pond that day and put them in there, and we took pictures of them because they looked nice because it was clean. And so then they come over and junk, and the turtles were there. I know they were there. And he comes back trying to jump Jeffrey, and I'm like, "No, don't go outside." And he brought a bunch of people. I don't know who all the people were. I know it was Joe and Cyrus. And so then, dang, playing the game at the same time is not good for me. So then he comes back, and I'm like, "No, don't go outside." And then he's looking at the people, and they're running back and forth up and down the street. And like, it was 12 o'clock at night, p.m. No, a.m. I feel really dumb now. A.m., whatever, at night. And so today's gonna be over here anyways. We're just chilling because it's a weekend and we're up. Or no, it wasn't even a weekend. It was Monday. Well, it was Sunday, but it was Monday because it was 12, and my grandma was asleep, and like I didn't want to wake her up and get in trouble. I mean, not get in trouble, get me in trouble for waking her up. And I didn't think it was nothing a big deal that they were like all over there and stuff. And then he comes back to get his phone, and I'm like, "Are you by yourself?" He's like, "Yeah." And so I hand him his phone, and I wake up, and my grandma was yelling about the gate was open, and she woke up and the gate was open. And I know I closed the gate for 100% fact. I closed the gate. So I go out there, and I see this random bucket that's not our bucket in the yard, and my turtles are gone, and there's no water in my pond. And I know it didn't just leak out or nothing. And then I'm like, Grandma, where do you put my turtles? She's like, I didn't touch them. And I'm like, well, they're gone, and there's no water in the pond. And then she's like, well, look around the yard. And I started freaking out because I've had these turtles forever, and now they're gone. And like, I didn't even think about it like that. I looked around the yard, and then I was like, hold up, this isn't my bucket. They were over here last night, and I've had these 3 years. Nobody's ever tried to steal them. Nothing, never, nothing, no problems, nothing, never. So why is it these kids? And I know they like turtles. And one time, Cyrus took me up to Walmart. He's like, hey, I'll buy you a turtle if you go up to Walmart. So he grabs a hat, he grabs a video game, he grabs a BB gun, and he runs out the door. And I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get in trouble, and I don't have no money. If I walk out the door, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I run after him. Then the security's right there. So my grandma has to come pick me up, right? And then I'm not allowed to hang out with him no more, and he's not supposed to be by my house. And so I got in trouble that time, and he's 17 or 18. I'm 12. And so then he's over here last night, and I'm like, don't go out there because he's out there, and they're gonna jump you. And then I wake up, right? So that stuff in my bag. So I'm like, didn't think nothing of it. I thought they were gonna just be out in the yard. And even though they've never gotten out, and then I was like, hold up, they were running back and forth, and there's a field over by my house, so you can see my backyard. And so I like thought they were gonna be in the backyard, but I was scared to go out there because I'll admit I'm scared to go out there. And so anyways, so I wake up, right? They're not there. There's a blue bucket, not my bucket. No, I know for a fact it's not my bucket. My turtles are gone. All the water's gone, and the sand's out of it. So I realized that they dumped it over and took the turtles, and I knew it was them because they've never been bothered with. So you come over one night and they're gone, and I know where they all live. And so we're going to the police station, and then I see Joe, which is one of the kids which is the kid who was trying to fight my brother. So I'm like, Grandma, that's Joe. And I go to get out the car. She's like, get back in the car because we're in the middle of the road. And then we pull in this like driveway thing, and he doesn't even notice us. And then I get out the car, and then I got in trouble. I had to get back in the car. He's like, no, I don't know nothing about the turtles. And he starts acting all nervous. And then she's like, well, you helped Cyrus steal the turtles. And he's like, no, I was with Cyrus all night. And blah 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 blah. And we went to the police station instead of going to their house, because when we went to the house to get the ball, they said we were starting stuff. So then we go to the police station, we tell them what happens, and then there's all these cops making jokes like it's not serious. Like I was all the way upset, and they're like, "Are they Muppet turtles?" And I didn't hear him correctly. I thought he said, "Are they mud turtles?" And I thought he was being serious. So I was like, "No, they're regular slider turtles, a cooter turtle." And then my grandma looks at me and she's like, and I'm like, I thought they were being serious. And she's like, no. And then like, so they're making jokes, and it's not funny. Like it'd be different if he was an adult, but I'm a kid, and like I was all the way upset about my turtles. And then they're like, well, we can go down to the house and ask them, but if they say they don't have them, then we have to just believe them. And it's like, okay, so they go to the house. They go to Cyrus' house, and he shows them the turtles he has. They're not my turtles. I know how my turtles look for 100% fact. Those are not my turtles that he had. But I know he took them 100%. So then they go to Joe's house, and they said, oh, we're going to go to Joe's house. And then they never came back. And this happened, and they like went down there yesterday. And like I was all the way upset, and I didn't go to school that day. And I was just sitting there crying all day. And then, I seen my friends, and like I was going to go down there and just like beat them up. But my grandma was like, you can't leave the house and all this dumb stuff. So, I got all my squad. And don't go in the comments talking about some junk, because I do got a squad. And so I got them. So, and I got a pool in my backyard. So we all started swimming. And then freaking. So we're in all day, and I'm like still sad about it. No matter what, I'm sad about it. And so, but we're hanging out, so I'm kind of getting off my mind and stuff. And we're hanging out all day. And then, my friend DJ went to go walk across the street and didn't see the she this girl Kayla didn't see her mom's car coming by, and when she go, it's the speed limit is 25 miles an hour on my street, and then so then he didn't see her, and she'd be flying through the neighborhood like she owns the neighborhood, and she was like, "Don't take your own time, walk faster," blah 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 blah. Hold on. And so then she stopped and she's yelling at him, and like it all goes in a circle because one day, you know what shingles are on the roof. Well, if you break them in half, they throw real far, and I threw one, and I threw it that way because there's less cars and the cars weren't as close, and I didn't want to hit a car. And so then I threw it that way, and it curved. And Courtney was sitting on the porch with her sister. I didn't see, though, because there was a tree right there. And I obviously ran because it hit their house. And I just ran in my backyard. And she comes down and she's like, "Why are you throwing stuff at the house?" Because apparently it hit Kayla's window and all this extra stuff. And she'll have to pay $4,000 for it, even though it didn't break. And so then she comes down yesterday whenever we were all just chilling. And I wasn't supposed to have friends over, but my grandma said, "Okay, you can find, I guess you are okay if you do." And then she drives by and she's yelling at DJ, and then she's like, "Why do you piss on those little girls and stuff?" And I'm like, "You just stop talking to me because you don't even know what happened." And then she got all mad and was talking all this junk. And then she was like, "Bullshit," and she's like, "I still didn't tell your grandma about you throwing shit at Courtney." I was like, "Actually, I didn't do it on purpose." So, and she's like, "Bullshit." And then I was like, bet. And she's like, "What do you say?" I was like, "I said bet." And she's like, "Don't make me get out the car and chokeslam you." And it's me, Marcus, Maurice, DJ, Tyrese, Kenny, and, my sisters. So, and she's like a twig. Like, she, thinks she can fight and all this extra stuff, but she's like a twig. And I'm like, "Okay, do it." And then she's like, and I'm like, "Touch me." She's like, "Oh, she's like, "I'm not scared to go to jail." And he was like, I'm not scared to go to jail just to beat your punk ass because that's what you need. You need to get your ass beat. And I'm like, "Okay, but you don't even do the same thing to your kids." And then, so then I'm like, "Do it then." And she drives off and just sits in her driveway feeling salty as ever. And my grandma's always like, "Tell me when this stuff happens." I'm like, "But then I'll get in trouble." And she's like, "Well, instead of taking care of it yourself, tell me when this stuff happens." So I told her, and then now my friends aren't allowed over and all this dumb stuff. Hold on. Okay, so then I tell her now my friends aren't allowed to come over and all this dumb stuff. And I could have just handled it myself and not even told her, and I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. So, like, now what? You know what I mean? And that was like 3 stories. That was a whole bunch of stories. Hope you guys like the story time, and I'm gonna keep on doing gameplay right here. And I hope you guys like how I figured out how to do my face cam finally. And so, I'm gonna finish. Hopefully you guys like the gameplay and my story times, and there will be more. Hopefully, I don't know. But I was so sad, and now I'm gonna try so hard just to try and make money off YouTube or something, because them turtles was a lot of money, and I spent a lot of money on them. And it would be different if I had like a whole bunch and they bred and stuff, and I would have been like, "Oh, okay, like it's just turtles." But no, these are my turtles, and I've had them for 3 years, and I named them, and I've had them since they were little, and I watched them grow up. And that, I know it sounds stupid now, but it's true. And like, I was sad, like really sad. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn on my light. Oh, 166, okay. Oh, and it's gonna be facecam in all the videos now. Now that I know how to use it. Ooh, guess what? Do you guys like reactions? Because now I can do them. Oh, dang it. Forgot I can't see my energy when I'm in here. My head looks so big. Damn it. Why do I always get the weak people whenever I'm doing a YouTube video? I just spent 100 gems just so I could get a whole bunch of dumb weak people to fight. And then whenever I don't get weak people on a video, I always get the impossible ones with the Minotaur and the two champions and all that bull stuff. Damn, Daniel. Dang, I don't got no gold. Dang. So bright, fam. Dang. Boy, I feel dumb. Dang. Oh. Man, we can't beat 4 though. Man, I don't even care. Boy, get out of here, dang. Grandma doesn't have a basement. Yes. Hopefully I get a purple. This is actually a really long video. I didn't even realize. Dang it! Would you guys rather my right here be circle or square? My face cam. Circle or square? Which one? Oh, poor Smasher. I'm so mad. On the video I posted rolling lots of gems, it was not lots of gems. I mean, it was 4,000, but I meant to put that on the other video. In the other video, I put down rolling all these good heroes, and I meant to put that on the other video. So sorry about that. And sorry, there's no audio. I don't know why, but the recording audio was off. And yeah, I really wish the audio wasn't off. Me and my bro Jeffrey, we were rolling. We was tripping, man. It was funny. I rolled on this account, it was on a different server though. But I rolled a Lady Leo, Santa Boom, and Tranter. I have none of them on my main account. I always roll heroes I don't have on my main account on all the other accounts. I rolled a Vlad and a Skull Knight on one account. I rolled that Dread Drake and that Orcsbane and that Reaper on that account. And then I rolled on my account, and I luckily did get him. And then I can name all the heroes that I need. I need a Golem, a Vlad, Skull Knight, Lady Leo, Beast Tamer, Santa Boom, Candy Cane, Valentina and Cupid, and Destroyer Minnow and Spear Mage, of course. But actually, maybe I'm not trying to get money. But if you guys want to see, you guys can donate to my I'll leave my PayPal in the link. You guys can donate to me so I can buy that 7,669 gems so I can get that Spirit Mage and that 50k honor badges. Boy, this kid died, right? All his heroes died, and then he said, I can stand in the corner alone if somebody can revive. Ooh, dang it. Wow. Don't you guys hate it if you're like in the middle of a raid and you're about to get 3 flames and then it's like battle over, target is online? Hate that so much. Or like you lose a hero and then you're about to get like 3 flames and then it's like battle over, target online, and it's like, dude, I just lost a hero to get this stuff and I didn't get the stuff because the battle was over because the target was online. Like, really? Oh, tree hunter, cool. She's not even that, whatever, she's not that weak, but okay. Oh, I thought I was stronger than everybody for a second. But I know I'm not though, because, I don't know, I'm just not. But sometimes they do ask me for tips. See, Heather, I stay giving her tips. And see, these two, I stay giving them hints. See, he even has some evolved heroes. I stay giving him tips, even though he has evolved heroes. Even though they stayed giving me tips too. We stayed giving each other tips. No, we don't. No, we do not. Don't even go in the comments talking about some nasty stuff.
I'm leaving soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Oh my God.
what?
I never get to do nothing.
Okay, well you don't talk to your family. That's not my problem.
Okay, I do though. I'm so mad. See, it's Heather, but her name's Heather. She's stay getting better heroes than me, even though she's like weaker than me. But now she's stronger than me somehow. But I stay giving her like hints and helpful